This is breaking news from Local 3 News.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for Local 3 News at 11. I'm Cindy Sexton. Greg Glover has the night off. Let's get to breaking news right now. A large water main break has closed parts of several roads in downtown Chattanooga. The westbound lanes of Martin Luther King Boulevard between Carter Street and Highway 27, as well as Pine Street, are closed because of the break. You saw the water there on the roadway. Our Abigail Martin is downtown live on the scene right now. What can you tell us, Abigail?
Cindy, I am here on Pine Street, and as you can see, the road is still closed as they are beginning repairs. If you're in the area and you experienced low water pressure earlier this evening, the water break may have been the reason. A spokesperson for Tennessee American Water says the water is shut off in between the break, impacting the west end. They have confirmed it was an 8-inch pipe that burst. Earlier in the evening, the water break closed westbound MLK and Pine Street. They expect repair to take at least 8 to 10 hours. And again, they have already started that. Their goal is to make the fix as safely and as quickly as possible. And we are working to learn more, and we will keep you updated as soon as we do. Reporting live in Chattanooga, I'm Abigail Martin, Local 3 News.
Thank you, Abigail. Storm damage caused a large tree to fall on some graves at the Chattanooga National Cemetery. Take a look at some of the damage. A sign on the gravesite says this area is under renovation. Please pardon the inconvenience as we strive to provide the highest level of service to those whom we owe so much. We'll bring you more information on that as we learn more as they clean it up. So let's check in right now with Chief Meteorologist David Karnes for a quick look at the weather. David, just so many things happening.
Yeah, unfortunately, most of us had a nice break today in southwestern DeKalb County in Alabama. Had some big storms rolling through, but most of us, not that much, had some rain in northeast Alabama, North Georgia. Take a look at the beautiful sunset, though. My goodness, couple of shots that I'm going to show you. This is from Larry Bowers. This is sunset over Lookout Mountain. You can see it in the background, beautiful sunset. This is a shot looking from Lookout Mountain out to the west. So there we go. That's beautiful as well. Dan Strauss, thank you for sending in that one. Well, we did, most of us, without any significant rainfall today, but that's okay. We are well over 100% of our normal rainfall for the past 30 days. You can see 147, 165%, 160%. So we can use a day or two with no rain, and we will be just fine. Let all that mud dry out in the backyard. So, well, maybe that's just my house. 78 Chattanooga, 75 Cleveland. It is 72 in Murphy and 76 in Dalton. Only made it up to 86. Thicker cloud cover than expected today, keeping it a little bit cooler. 71 the low this morning, and we are looking good. 102 the record high. 86 in Trenton for a high today. 82 in Red Bank. Our great sky watchers checking in. Cleveland to 87 and 89 in Soddy Daisy. 90 degrees Riceville, Athens, also 91 10 Mile and 85 in Murphy. Chatsworth made it up to 90 today. Tomorrow we are going to see it getting into the upper 80s. We'll call it 88 degrees for the high. It is going to stay fairly cloudy through the day and humid, but here's the key. We're really lowering the rain chances to only a stray pop-up shower or storm. And look at this, I'm keeping it down to about 20%. So even for your nighttime hours, I think we're looking okay. We're going to keep temperatures upper 80s to the low 90s through the forecast. We'll have more detail on your 4th of July coming up in just a minute, Cindy.
All right, David, thank you. Lots of booms, lots of beautiful fireworks in the skies as folks are gathering to celebrate the 4th of July. But those flashes and loud noises could spook your pet. Local 3's Abigail Martin has more on how to keep them comforted.
A dog's hearing is so much more sensitive than ours, so if it's loud for you, imagine how loud it is for them. And they don't have any idea that it's coming, it just takes them as a complete surprise.
Inga Fricke, Executive Director at McCamey Animal Center, advises everyone to leave their pets indoors when fireworks go off. She says the noise, flash, and surprise can cause a dog to panic. She says your pet may start panting, shaking, and look for an escape.
Fireworks and lost pets seem to go together. And it's just because people don't necessarily expect their family pet to go running off because they don't really realize how loud and terrifying that noise can be.
Fricke advises pet owners to create a plan to walk your pet when fireworks won't be going off. When you do go outside, ensure your dog is on a secure leash with a harness and ID tag. She says now is the time to ensure your microchip information is up to date. but it's ideal to keep your pet inside.
Keeping them inside where it's quiet, giving them some distractions like Kongs or other special treats, and trying to drown out that noise for them. That's really the key to keeping them happy and safe.
Fricke advises pets be kept in an interior room with a TV playing or white noise to help them stay calm. She says this will help keep your pet safe.
We hope that everyone will have a wonderful pet companion, get through the 4th without any problems, and then maybe add another one in the month to come.
Abigail Martin with that story. Each city and county has its own laws about fireworks. In Tennessee, it is legal to shoot fireworks. In Bledsoe, Bradley, Grundy, and Sequatchie counties. In Hamilton County, it's allowed in the unincorporated areas, and each city has its own regulations. Fireworks are allowed in Chattanooga until 11:30 at night. In Georgia, it's legal from 10 in the morning until midnight in Dade and Walker counties. A permit is required in Murray County as well as Cherokee County, North Carolina. Blood Assurance says July 4th and 5th are the busiest days for hospitals across the country. The #1 reason is related to injuries caused by fireworks. And blood supplies are low because people are on vacation and not thinking about donating. Local 3's Jeremiah Beatty has this story.
This Independence Day, Blood Assurance is asking if you can to roll up your sleeves and donate.
Schools are out, people are traveling, there is an uptick in traumatic incidents.
Max Winnett says blood shortages are a concern for every hospital this time of year. About 1/3 of accidents reported are firework related.
Emergency rooms see a lot of patients who come in this week with burns, and if that burn is severe, that could require multiple surgeries, which ultimately could result in blood transfusions.
He says blood banks generally try to avoid supply shortages, but low donation numbers make this difficult.
Blood Assurance says they're in dire need of O-negative blood. Take a look. This is all they have. As you can see, they're shorthanded.
O-negative and O-positive are so sought after by hospitals because they are the most used blood types.
He says while they need every blood type, blood banks aren't prepared right now if tragedy strikes. When it says they hope to change this, he says one donation can save countless lives.
It's the easiest way, again, to be a hero in somebody's life, and you have a great appreciation and you feel really good after you do it.
Jeremiah Beatty, Local 3 News.
And here's an incentive if you donate between now and July 15th. Blood Assurance is giving away a beach towel, a chance to win a $100 Bass Pro Shop gift card, and a kayak or paddleboard. You can find places to donate by visiting this story on our website. A man who escaped custody in Grundy County has been found after 3 weeks on the run. The Grundy County Sheriff's Department says deputies took Ronald Purnell Fultz back into custody today. Fultz got away from deputies when he was being escorted from court last month. Fultz had been in court for evading arrest, resisting arrest, and 15 additional charges. Law enforcement officers, family, and friends filled the chapel for the funeral of Chattanooga police officer, Master Patrol Officer Sheridan Lupo. He died at his home last Monday. He was described as a police officer who was also everyone's friend.
He was loved by the community, and as I understand it, he was probably the poster child for neighborhood policing. He didn't leave you without saying, "I love you." He didn't hang the phone up without saying, "I love you."
Lupo's family says he was known for always giving 110%, and he never ended a phone conversation without saying, "I love you." A fellow officer has started a GoFundMe for the Lupo family. Still ahead here on Local 3 News at 11, a new law in Alabama will require security cameras in special ed classrooms. We'll tell you why they're doing it after the break. And as we go to break, a look through the lens of our Doug Yates towing camera. This is looking at the Ridge Cut. Alabama Governor Kay Ivey signed a bill that will allow school districts to install cameras in special needs classrooms and apply for them to be funded by the state. Alabama State Senator Arthur Orr created Senate Bill 56 after a parent voiced her concerns when her special needs child came home from school with injuries. Now, because the child was nonverbal, it was hard to pinpoint how the child was injured. In response, the Madison City School District installed security cameras in the special ed classrooms, giving nonverbal children a voice.
It'll protect teachers too, because many times teachers may be falsely accused and actually it was another child who perhaps hit another child.
Mary Gardunya is a special educator and a mother to a nonverbal child. She said she sees the cameras as a benefit to both teachers and parents, giving her and her child protection at school.
It's a win-win, really, because it's going to be a benefit for the teachers that they have that layer of protection. And it's also going to be a benefit to the students who are unable to speak for themselves.
The new law also created a $500,000 grant fund to make sure the security measure is in classrooms across the state. Coming up on Local 3 News at 11, the season of summer cookouts is in full swing. How to host unforgettable gatherings all season long without going over your budget. And as we go to break, a look out of our Easy Auto camera in Cleveland.
This is Local 3 News at 11.
At the top of our newscast, we told you about a large water main break that has closed parts of some roads downtown near Martin Luther King and Pine. And that, of course, is close to the West Village. Our Abigail Martin is there. She has an update for us about some of the businesses that are there as well. Abigail.
That 8-inch water main break that I told you about earlier, it is affecting the West End. I just went inside to catch up with some staff, and they say there are over 100 people here at the hotel now. They are still accepting reservations, but are letting customers know about the issue that is going on. And like I said earlier, the repairs are expected to take around 8 to 10 hours. So the water is shut off. They said that it's been around 9 o'clock since they've been without that. And of course, we are still working on updates, and we will provide those as we can. Reporting live in Chattanooga, I'm Abigail Martin, Local 3 News.
Abigail, thank you. Good to know there is an end in sight for all of that with the water main break. And now let's Let's go check in with meteorologist David Karnes. He's standing by to tell us more. Not the right kind of water we're talking about on the streets there.
It's about the only water most of us had today, Cindy. Yeah, it looks actually really dry for most of the Tennessee Valley. We did have, though, some pretty big storms moving through southwestern DeKalb County, produced some hail, some really strong winds, rain, and lightning. Here in the Tennessee Valley, some thicker clouds than expected kept us a little bit cooler. 86 degrees was the official high. The forecast high, 90 degrees. Only $20 in the jackpot, but we are still early in the month of July. Tomorrow we'll hit 88 degrees for our high, and you can register to win the jackpot. We give it away at the end of every month. We're gave away $280 for last month. We'll give away much more for next month, I am sure. 78 degrees Chattanooga, 77 in Cleveland, 72 in Altamont, 75 degrees in Athens. And just loved this picture. It made me smile, and I don't know why. It's just a picture of a butterfly. Christy Bourne, thank you for making me smile today. You can send pics to weather at local3news.com. Looking ahead, it is not going to be ridiculously hot, but boy, is it going to be muggy. Upper 80s, low 90s all week long, but the dew points are going to be in the 70s. That means a lot of moisture in the air and a lot of mugginess. Saturday, we'll have a little bit of a dip. Saturday should actually be a pretty nice day. We'll talk more about that in a moment. Right now on the radar, nothing out there. You can see a few showers just south of Calhoun moving across the interstate, but nothing of note in the Tennessee Valley. We do still have that thick cloud cover in play, though. Might even see a little of that settling into some patchy fog in the morning, but tomorrow, mostly cloudy again. And again, I think that's going to keep us in the mid to upper 80s, and the rain chance only 20%. For the most part, it's going to be mostly cloudy with just a few pop-up showers and storms maybe breaking through. So any that do break through may produce some damaging winds and even some small hail, but that is going to be such a rarity tomorrow. We're looking at this boundary a little bit further south, and that's going to keep the energy to the south. So looking ahead to tomorrow, 11 a.m., not much going on. Again, maybe a pop-up shower or storm as we head through the afternoon, but they're going to be few and far between. And then notice during the late afternoon and evening, we start to see some much more coverage of showers and storms along that boundary. But again, it's further south, so we won't get that much. As a matter of fact, I think you're going to be able to shoot off the fireworks with little to no problem at all. That boundary lifts northward a little bit on Wednesday. That's going to give us a few showers and thunderstorms in the Tennessee Valley on Wednesday morning, and that's going to continue on and off through the afternoon of your Wednesday. I think by Wednesday evening, we'll see everything tapering off, though. 70 degrees for the overnight low tonight with spotty storms south. Those have subsided, and it's just going to be mostly cloudy through the overnight. And then tomorrow, mostly cloudy and humid and just a stray pop-up shower or storm with highs in the mid to upper 80s once again. There's the Storm Alert 7-day forecast, and we'll stay in the upper 80s and low 90s again. I don't foresee any problems at this point with your 4th of July fireworks. A 30% chance of showers and storms for the first half of the day on Wednesday. We'll bump the rain chance up a bit for showers and storms Thursday and Friday. Saturday looks good, 91 the high, but the humidity a tinge lower and not much of a chance of rain on Saturday. And then we'll bump that rain chance right back up Sunday and Monday, Cindy.